Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have important breaking news from Nigeria's political and economic scene. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has carried out a minor cabinet reshuffle, relieving Chief Wale Edun of his position as Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. He has elevated Taiwo Oyedele, who was previously the Minister of State for Finance, to take over the full role. This development comes at a critical time for Nigeria's economy, which continues to face challenges with inflation, currency volatility, and revenue generation. In this video, we will break down the announcement in detail, the background of the change, who Wale Edun is and his tenure, the profile of the new minister Taiwo Oyedele, possible reasons for the reshuffle, public reactions, and what this move could mean for the country going forward. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss important updates. Also, like this video if you want more in-depth analysis like this. Let's get started. The official announcement was made on April 21, 2026. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation issued a statement confirming that President Tinubu approved a minor reshuffle within the Federal Executive Council. Wale Edun and the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, were directed to hand over their offices by April 23 at the latest. Taiwo Oyedele, who had been serving as Minister of State for Finance since March 2026, has now been appointed as the substantive Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. Another appointee, Dr. Rabe Dama, will take over the Housing and Urban Development portfolio. This reshuffle may appear minor on paper, but it carries significant weight because the Ministry of Finance is the engine room of Nigeria's economic management. It oversees revenue, budgeting, debt management, and fiscal policy. The timing and the elevation of Oyedele from Minister of State to full minister suggest a deliberate strategic adjustment. The news first gained widespread attention through a post on X by @Imran Mods, which quickly attracted hundreds of thousands of views and sparked intense public discussion across social media platforms. Let us first examine the outgoing minister, Chief Wale Edun. He is a highly experienced economist and investment banker who has served in the Tinubu administration from the beginning as Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. During his tenure, the government implemented several bold economic reforms, most notably the removal of fuel subsidies. This decision, while necessary in the eyes of many analysts for long-term fiscal sustainability, has contributed to significant increases in the cost of living that many citizens continue to feel today. Other efforts included attempts to stabilize the naira, attract foreign investment, and advance structural reforms. However, the period has been extremely challenging. Inflation has remained high. The cost of living has risen sharply, and some revenue targets were difficult to meet. Reports have suggested that Edun's health had been deteriorating for some time, and there were indications he had wanted to step down earlier, but was encouraged to continue. There have also been discussions about internal coordination challenges within the economic team and occasional misalignment between policy, announcements, and outcomes. Regardless of the exact reasons for his departure, it is important to acknowledge the demanding nature of the role during one of Nigeria's most difficult economic periods. Chief Edun served during a time of global and domestic pressures, including post-COVID recovery and rising global inflation. We wish him well and thank him for his service. Now, let's turn our attention to the new Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele. Born on June 18, 1975, in Ikaram Akoko, Ondo State. He is a chartered accountant, economist, and public policy expert with deep expertise in taxation and fiscal matters. Before entering government service, Oyedele spent more than 22 years at PricewaterhouseCoopers, where he rose to the position of fiscal policy partner and Africa tax leader. His professional background gives him extensive knowledge of tax systems across the African continent. In July 2023, President Tinubu appointed him as chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms. In that role, he led efforts to overhaul Nigeria's tax system. Key recommendations included reducing the multiplicity of taxes from over 60 to fewer than 10, establishing a unified Nigeria Revenue Service, increasing the tax to GDP ratio from approximately 10% to 18% or higher, and simplifying compliance to make it easier for businesses to operate. By 2025, the Senate had passed 4 major tax reform bills inspired by the committee's work, covering the Nigeria Revenue Service establishment, value-added tax adjustments, and petroleum royalty changes. These reforms faced considerable opposition from state governors, lawmakers, and segments of the public concerned about potential increases in tax burdens. Despite criticism and even personal attacks, Oyedele remained focused on the objectives. In March 2026, he was nominated as Minister of State for Finance. Now, only weeks later, he has been elevated to the full ministerial position. This rapid progression indicates strong confidence from the president in his ability to drive the next phase of economic reforms. With a particular emphasis on revenue mobilization and implementation of the tax changes he helped design, Oyedele brings significant technical expertise and experience to the role. The central question now is whether he can translate that knowledge into tangible improvements that benefit ordinary Nigerians, such as reducing multiple taxation for small and medium enterprises while increasing government revenue in a transparent and sustainable manner. So, why was this change made at this particular time? The official statement emphasizes the need to strengthen cohesion, synergy, and more impactful delivery within the economic management team. However, various sources point to a combination of factors, including Edun's health concerns, internal team dynamics, coordination issues, and the desire to inject fresh momentum into fiscal policy implementation. Public reactions have been varied and lively across social media. Some commentators noted that the move had been anticipated, citing Edun's lower visibility in recent months. Others have welcomed Oyedele's appointment, describing him as the right person to lead tax and revenue reforms. Many have expressed appreciation for Wale Edun's service under difficult circumstances, while a smaller group voiced stronger criticism or skepticism about whether the change will bring meaningful improvement. Looking ahead, the implications could be significant. If Oyedele successfully advances the tax reform agenda, Nigeria could see improved revenue generation without overly burdening businesses, potentially freeing up resources for infrastructure, public services, and social programs. However, if implementation is not handled carefully, there is a risk of increased tax pressure that could further strain citizens and small enterprises. Politically, this reshuffle may also signal preparation for stronger economic performance as the administration looks toward future elections. The economy remains one of the most important battlegrounds for public support. The key challenge will be delivering results that ease the cost of living pressures many Nigerians are currently experiencing. To conclude, this cabinet reshuffle represents a notable shift in Nigeria's economic leadership. Wale Edun has completed his service in a very challenging period, and Taiwo Oyedele now takes on the responsibility of steering the Ministry of Finance and coordinating the economy. Nigeria's economy needs clear results: greater stability for the naira, lower inflation, job creation, and an improved quality of life for citizens. Whether Oyedele's technical expertise and reform background will deliver these outcomes remains to be seen, but his appointment brings a strong focus on revenue and fiscal policy. What are your thoughts? Do you believe Taiwo Oyedele is the right choice to lead these reforms, or do you have concerns? Please share your opinions respectfully in the comment section below. Which aspects of the tax reforms do you think will have the biggest impact? If this video helped you understand the full context of this news, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might find it useful, and subscribe to the channel for more detailed political and economic analysis. Drop a comment saying, "Full breakdown" if you watched until the end. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, and we will continue to provide clear, in-depth coverage of developments in Nigeria. See you in the next video. Take care.